Good morning, dear language lovers. Today, on 28th September, Thursday, 2023, we are going to start our language activities by going through the major lanes of the Hindu daily. I am Chintu M Raju from Success Garten. Dear language lovers, as we know, this session is purely to generate language awareness by going through the major lanes of the paper and to see how words have been structured there so that we can use them in our daily communication. We go with the first recite of the day. Hit jobs on foreign soil, not India's policy. Jai Shankar. It's the comment from India's External Affairs Minister, Mr. S. Jai Shankar. Hit jobs on foreign soil, not India's policy. We can see a lot of words here, and our duty is to see how words have been positioned in this sentence. Hit jobs on foreign soil, that will act as a doer. That's called a noun phrase. Hit jobs. Hit. Hit is a verb here. Hit jobs on foreign soil. Foreign. Foreign is an adjective.
Foreign.
Foreign, belonging or connected to a country that is not your own. Foreign soil. Foreign soil can be a very good collocation. It means something happening outside a country, not India's policy. Now, the biggest question is, which is the verb here? The verb must be a state word. So it must be read like this. Hit jobs on foreign soil is not India's policy. So that is how we must make use of the power of state verbs in a sentence. India's policy, policy of India, Policy is a beautiful noun.
Policy.
Policy, it's a set of ideas or a plan of what is to be done in particular situations. Policy, the P sound is very prominent. It's a plosive sound.
Policy.
Policy, the C letter has got a soft S sound also. Hit jobs on foreign soil is not India's policy. Now we move to the next item. Manipur extends AFSPA in hill districts for 6 months. We are talking about the Manipur violence and associated news items. Manipur extends EXTEND. It's a very important verb in English language.
Extend.
Extend, to add to something. Manipur extends AFSPA. AFSPA must be abbreviated form of Armed Forces Special Power. In hill districts for 6 months. In, for, all these preposition combinations can be very much practical. In hill districts for 6 months. For will be talking about the duration for 6 months. Manipur extends. Manipur does extend. Does Manipur extend? Why does Manipur extend? Manipur extends. Manipur extends, doesn't it? Manipur extends AFSPA in hill districts for 6 months. Manipur does extend AFSPA in hill districts for 6 months. Does Manipur extend AFSPA in hill districts for 6 months? Now we move to next news item. BJP and Congress using ED to target LDF government, says CM. BJP and Congress are the doers here. They are using. Using is the first verb of the day. USE, using, USC, using. Use to put something such as tool. It can act as a verb and a noun. BJP and Congress are using ED. ED must be Enforcement Directorate. To target. Target is the verb of the day. TARGET, target.
Target.
It can act as a noun and a verb. To target. To direct. To aim. To attack. LDF government, says CM. It's a comment from CM. Chief Minister of Kerala comments that BJP and Congress are using. Again, we must use the state verb here, are using ED. They're using ED to target LDF government. Now we come to the next item. India's elderly population to double by 2050 report. The report says that India's elderly population is likely to double by 2050. India's elderly population. India's elderly, ELDERLY. So it's a very common word, it's an adjective.
Elderly.
It's a beautiful word, elderly. It's connected with old. Elderly is an adjective, elderly. Elderly population. Population is a noun. As we know, it ends with shan. Tion, Poputlatin should end this as we now.
Population.
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 All the people living in a particular country. Population.
Population.
India's elderly population is to double by 2050. India's elderly population is. Why is India's elderly population to double by 2050? All these language properties can be expected here. Now we move to next news item. Prosecutor in Madhu case recuses himself from case. It's purely a legal court-based news item. Prosecutor, Prosecuter. It must be a noun. Prosecute. Prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
Prosecutor. That pull sound is very prominent. A legal official who accuses someone of committing a crime. Prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
Prosecutor in Madhu case recuses. Recuse is a very modern verb, recuse. Recuses himself, recuse. Recuse, to say that a judge or member of a jury should not be involved in a trial because they have a special interest in its final result. It has got a long meaning. Recuse. He will have to recuse himself from that hearing. Prosecutor in Madhu case recuses himself from case. So this is how a small word can substitute a lot of meanings in English language. Now we move to the next item. State to move SC against governor over delay in giving assent to bills. Here the key word is assent, ASSENT. When you assent, what happens?
Assent.
Assent can act as a verb and a noun. Assent can be giving agreement. Stay to move SC, High Supreme Court, against somebody, against governor, over what? Over delay. Delay in giving assent. In giving assent. After in, we have the verb in its ing form, giving. Delay, assent. A lot of words are there. We see how they have in position in a sentence.
Delay.
Delay, to make something happen at a later time. State is to move for Supreme Court against governor over delay in giving assent to bills. Over delay in giving assent to. This is how prepositions can have a major role here. Over delay. See the preposition use and in plus verb by ing in giving, then assent to bills. This is how we make use of words in a sentence so that we come to see how words have been structured. That can really help us in our structuring of words. That is how we grow in language, dear language lovers. I wish you all the best in language and have a great day. Thank you very much.